the Udhampur twin blast probe. Now, RDX has been suspected in the Udhampur blast. In fact, an ID blast that was reported. These two blasts were occurring at a distance of about 2 kilometers, is what we are told. And it's also suspected to have been carried out by the same person. In fact, IDs in both the cases were in the luggage compartment of the bus. My colleague Arunima joins me on the broadcast for more. Yes, Arunima.
So this blast has, kind of taken the security establishment there by surprise, because what they're pointing out is that usually the pattern is not to put IEDs in empty buses. In this case, both the buses were empty. In one bus, the conductor was resting and he received minor injuries. And in the other, the second person who was injured was a passerby. Even he is not gravely injured. However, the fact that RDX has been used has automatically set the alarm bells ringing. They're trying to find out if there are any similarities with if you recall, there was another blast earlier, this year when in Katra, near the Vaishnavi Devi shrine, there was a similar blast in a bus. Initially, it was suspected that it was just an accident, but then forensic evidence pointed out that was a sticky bomb as well. In this case also, the suspicion is that RDX was used, and these were two sticky bombs that were used. But why was an empty bus targeted? Who are the people behind it? All of that is being investigated at this stage.
So, Arima, the RDX reference that we are being told that we are receiving at the moment, what does it say further? And this happened while the buses were stationed at the dock. They were docked, is what we are told, around 10:45 p.m. last night. That's when the incident has been reported from.
RDX always sets alarm bells ringing, because RDX, unlike ammonium nitrate, cannot be procured locally. Ammonium nitrate, you can get it by buying urea and then utilizing it to create an IED. However, RDX is a high-grade explosive. You don't get it just like that in any shop. Whenever you get RDX, immediately you are suspicious if it has been smuggled from across the border. There is evidence from past investigation as to how Pakistan has sent RDX either via the sea route, if you consider the Bombay bomb blast, or via the tunnel route, if you consider Pulwama. So when RDX is being used, is it being dropped by drones? Is the tunnel route being utilized once again? That's a matter of investigation. But the prima facie, of course, forensic tests will establish it for sure. But prima facie, the suspicion is that in both these bombs, RDX has been used. And now they will have to investigate. They're looking at leads to figure out who was around that area. CCTV footage is being scanned to see if they can spot anybody suspicious around the area where the buses were parked. If there are any eyewitness, like I said, the conductor was sleeping inside the bus. If there are any eyewitness who spotted anything suspicious, that's the line of investigation that is being taken. There is a possibility that the National Investigation Agency could step in and take over the case as well.
Okay. All right. Arunima, stay on with us. I'm also joined on the broadcast by my colleague Tejinder. Tejinder, after the first blast last night, it was almost 8 hours later when the second one took place. Was the area not scanned and screened after the first blast? And why was this not found earlier? Do we have any inputs pertaining to that?
The two areas, they are at quite a distance. The first blast took place in Domail and the other one in the old bus stand in Udhampur. So these places are at a distance, and it won't be possible for the security establishment to scan each and every bus that was parked in the area. Though there are inputs with the security agencies that are terrorists based out in Pakistan, they would try to carry out such attacks across the
Tejinder, I'm afraid I'd have to just interrupt you there for a bit. SP Vaid joins me on the broadcast, the former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Vaid, RDX now being suspected behind this blast, these twin blasts that have been reported out of Udhampur. Of course, there'll be serious questions that we raise now.
Yes, that clearly establishes that it is a terror incident and not something else. So, use of RDX actually confirms that, and I'm glad the bomb disposal squad and forensic people have done analysis so fast, and I think on these lines the investigators should pursue their investigation further and go after perpetrators, whoever is behind this. I think they are trying to also show their presence that they are in and around Udhampur, and they can at their will do incidents. So fortunately, there were no casualties, but next time we may not be that lucky.
Mr. Vaid, we're talking about two blasts over here. The fact that we're also being told that the suspect could be one single person who might have carried out these twin blasts. Do you think the investigation went as it should have, considering the second blast happened after 8 hours of the first one last night?
Yes, the gap was between the two about 8 hours. So it is possible that even one person could be involved, but that let's leave it to investigators. I think they should pursue the leads they will get during the course of investigation and go after these people. I think the sooner these people are identified and arrested, the better it is, because their Honorable Home Minister's visit is also impending in few days'
All right.
time.
All right.